Trapped in a crumbling hospital, no lights, no exits, no time, blood on her hands, a gurney barricading the door as something snarls just beyond. This isn't just survival, it's desperation. In Boyle's world, fear isn't loud, it's relentless. Join me as I dive into Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later and see if it leaves me breathless or just plain confused. But did you know after Slumdog Millionaire, global interest in Indian cinema spiked by over 40%, and Danny Boyle's storytelling style became a film school benchmark? Boyle didn't just direct movies, he changed what movies could feel like. A heroin den, a game show stage, a zombie-infested London, this is where we find Danny Boyle's stories, unpredictable, unforgettable. This isn't just cinema, it's a cultural shift. 28 Years Later revived the zombie genre, and Slumdog Millionaire, it made over $377 million on a $15 million budget. Boyle doesn't just direct films, he alters the industry. This is the moment filmmakers knew genre rules were meant to be broken. Cramped hallway, flickering lights, screams echo from the dark. This is where most horror films trap their audience, predictable, safe, overdone. But fear has evolved. Audiences crave more than gore, they crave meaning. Today's challenge, making horror matter. This is where we find Danny Boyle, ripping open the genre, exposing its raw nerve. In 28 Years Later, the monsters aren't just infected, they're us. It isn't just horror, it's grief, rage, isolation. Boyle doesn't scare you with shadows, he scares you with truth. In a market flooded with formulas, Boyle's horror hits differently, visceral, grounded, unforgettable. Because in his world, survival isn't just bloody, it's personal. A broken world, silence thick with dread. This is where we find the survivors of 28 Years Later, scarred by the past, hunted by what's left of humanity. This isn't just a continuation, it's a reckoning. The rage virus has mutated. What's out there now doesn't just run, it remembers. Characters clash, veterans haunted by survival, and a new generation desperate to reclaim a world they never knew. Trust is rare, hope is rarer. Boyle returns to the chaos he helped define, but this time, the horror is deeper, more human, less about infection, more about what it leaves behind. Because 28 Years Later isn't about the virus. It's about what survives it and who we become when everything else is gone. This isn't a comeback, it's a final warning. Trapped in a crumbling hospital, no lights, no exits, no time. This is where we find the new protagonist, breathing hard, blood on her hands, a gurney barricading the door as something snarls just beyond. This isn't just survival, it's desperation. The rage-infected don't knock, they crash, they scream, they remember. She runs, through dark corridors, down blood-soaked stairwells. But Boyle doesn't just build suspense, he traps you in it. The camera shakes, the sound tightens, the world closes in, she survives but barely. And that's the point. In Boyle's world, fear isn't loud, it's relentless, it crawls inside you and waits. In 28 Years Later, terror doesn't come from monsters. It comes from the moment you realize you're alone. Ruins of a world rage in their blood, no cure, no peace. This is where we find Danny Boyle's nightmare evolved, relentless, unforgettable. 28 Years Later isn't just horror, it's human collapse, and Boyle, he doesn't direct fear, he injects it. Darkness, tension, unrelenting fear. This is where Danny Boyle thrives, where horror breathes. What's your favorite Boyle moment? Drop it in the comments, and if you crave more nightmares, check out our other deep dives into horror cinema.